In the last module we learnt about how to create our own trading screens. In this module we're going to talk about the order tickets and how to place your own trades. Okay, so up in the top left hand corner of the screen we've got a single price window of the UK 100 index showing us the current bid and offer prices being offered. To bring up an order ticket, all we need to do is simply double click on the UK 100 index and an order ticket will appear down the bottom. The other option is to simply right click, and the order ticket option is the first option in the grey window. Alright, now all the order tickets within Market Maker are exactly the same. So if you're trading commodities, foreign exchange, sectors, indices, etc., the order tickets will look exactly the same. So how do we go about placing the trade? Well, the order ticket is set up to show you first the instrument that you're about to trade, such as the UK 100, the type of order that we're about to place. Now there are a number of different orders that we can place on the system. There's a simple market order that we can place at the current bid and offer prices. We can then use these toggle instruments on the right hand side to then change it to a limit order, a stop loss order, an OCO, which is a one cancels the other, or simply back to market. Now in this example we're just simply going to do a market trade to show you just how easy it is to transact a trade. Below that is the quantity. So we need to decide how many CFD contracts we're about to place on the system. At the moment it's set at 1. There are two options here. You can use these arrows to the right hand side to go up or down, or you can simply highlight it and type in on the keyboard the number of CFD contracts you wish to place. Alright, so as a beginner trader we're going to keep that as 1. The prices below this are showing us the current bid price, which is 4,272, and the current offer price of 4,274. So if we want to go long, so that meaning we want to profit from rising market, all we need to do is simply click on the buy button and we will go into the trade at 4,274. To go short, meaning we want to profit from a falling market, we simply just have to click on the sell button first and then buy the instrument back later at a lower price to make the profit. Now if you hover your mouse over the buy or sell button, it will then come through with the total value exposure that we're about to take up in the underlying market. So in this case, at one CFD contract on the UK 100 index, the total value would be 4,272. But remember, when you're trading with CFDs, you only have to put in a small margin requirement to take out that trade, such as 0.5% or 1% on indices. Below that is clicks. Now within the Market Maker you have a couple of options. If you're an experienced trader and you've been trading for some time, you might leave this as a one-click dealing strategy, meaning the minute we click on the sell or the buy button, it will automatically go through the system and we will be live within that trade within a couple of seconds. If however we're new to trading, we might like to set it up as a two-click dealing strategy. What this means is if we click on the buy or the sell button, what will happen is firstly it will come up with a summary screen, and that summary screen will simply state to you the instrument that you're about to trade, the type of order, the direction that you're about to place this trade, and the amount of CFD contracts that you're taking out. If you're happy with that, simply click on the place button. But one thing you will note is that this price being offered here will change according to the price on the underlying market. You only lock in that price the minute you click on the place button. Alright, so let's change this back to a one-click dealing strategy and execute a long trade. By looking at the chart below, we've been in a bit of a recovery since the early stages of March, and since then we're reaching up to this previous high of around about 4,330. So we think this rally still has a little way to move and we can profit from that rising market. So we want to go long. So to go long, all I need to do is simply click on the buy button, the screen will go yellow and then it will go green. And green simply means that the trade's been executed. The price that we've got in on this trade is 4,270. Now if we move over to our blotters and I go into our executed blotter, you'll notice there that we have a trade of buy UK 100 at one CFD contract at 4,270. The other option is that if we go up the top now, you've got there that the total equity and then you've got a total margin requirement of £21.35. So that straight away signals to us that we're currently live in a trade on this system. all we need to do to find out what that trade is simply click on the CFD Positions tab. From there it will show us that the UK 100, we're long one CFD contract, and it will then show us the current profit or loss that we're making on that trade. Next to that, it will show us the margin and then the effective margin. So the margin requirement for the UK 100 indice, the platform, is only 0.5%, meaning £21.34. So very small margins to get into this trade on the UK 100. In the next section, we're going to talk about how you can place stop losses and limit orders. Well, one of the things when you are placing a trade, and especially when placing it on margin, is to make sure that you're protected on the downside. What we can do is simply click on the new button at the end of our order. It will bring up a new order ticket of the UK 100, and there we can change the type of order to a limit order, a stop loss order, or the order I'm about to show you called a one cancels the other. Now, one cancels the other enables us to put on both a limit order to take profit and a stop loss order to limit our losses. So if the market moves to either of these particular prices, the system will automatically generate a market order for you and get you out at that price, assuming that there's no gappage or slippage in the market. Okay, so the type of order is an OCO. The direction, well, the direction needs to be the opposite, and we know we went long when we bought originally, so to get out of this trade we would need to sell. So we change the direction to sell, we match off the number of CFD contracts, and then we set ourselves a limit price. Now from the chart below, I've decided that if it reaches 4,330, it reaches that previous significant high and would like to take some profit. On the reverse side, well, I'm only willing to risk £50 on this trade. So if the market goes down to 4,220, okay, I'll move on to the next trade. I'm happy with taking that small loss, and there's more opportunities in the market. So I come down the bottom, again I click on place, click on confirm, and the screen will go yellow and then blue. Now blue simply means that it's pending. We've got two pending orders there, and so if we move over to our blotters and we go to our pending tab, you'll now notice that we have two pending orders. One to sell the UK 100 at one CFD contract at 4,220, and that's at a stop. Below that we've got the UK 100 to take profit at 4,330. So we're protected. If the market moves to 4,330, we take our profit, and the other order in the system is automatically cancelled. And that's why this order is called a one cancels the other, because as soon as one of the orders is executed, the other one is automatically removed from the system. Alright, so that's the end of this module. We've told you how you can actually place a trade on the market maker system and just how easy that is. We've also shown you an order called a one cancels the other, allowing you to put your limits orders and stop loss orders on. So thanks very much for listening.